didn't go up. Okay, students, thank you so much for doing that. If you didn't have an opportunity to finish this survey, it'll remain on the Canvas homepage for you, right here under All Things American Literature, right above Meet Miss Morlock. How did you guys like filling out an assessment like that? Do you guys do that normally for classes? I want you to feel like your opinions matter, and I really take them into consideration into what I'm doing. No? I guess we've had all of the feedback that we can handle for today. Thank you guys again. Without further ado, we have the exciting special performance of today. But in order for us to do this, I need everybody to join me in Canvas first in the modules. So let's head over there. What?
Where'd it go?
Okay, so as you can see on my screen, this is the week of April 12th through 14th. You have one page document here. It's called The World is Just Awesome. We're gonna click on that. And what do we have here? What are we looking at, you guys?
Come on, this is the Almond Academy.
I'm doing this for you guys.
Oh, I turned my microphone off.
Yeah.
So they can't hear me. Except for these guys in here.
What do we have here, guys? Give me some feedback. What does this look like? A song.
It's a poem you have to analyze.
Lyrics. Looks like lyrics to a song. A song we to sing? Okay, you guys. So I know that the last couple of weeks we've been actors and actresses and we've been performing. Today we are going to sing. We can't sing, Demetrius. Everyone can sing. It is a poem you have to analyze, says Mrs. Sati. Okay, so the big surprise is I brought my ukulele to class today. Whee! I brought it, it's here.
Live and in person.
And we can hear Mrs. RD. Can we hear you? Did you take off your mute? I'm gonna sing for you.
You're all gonna sing along.
Yes, and Brenda just found my band. She just showed me here in the classroom that she found us on Google. It is like a campfire song. Yeah, Mrs. RD told me this morning that she knew the original tune that had different lyrics. This is how I learned it. When I first started playing ukulele, this is one of the first songs I learned, and I would play it with my band when we would go to do like children's events or farms, just because it's kind of fun. The Girl Scout song. Okay, so in order for me to do this, I really would like all of you guys to participate. So please be brave and turn on your microphones so this can be a really fun experience. As we see, it says follow along with the lyrics. Students are going to sing the green phrases. So I'd like for us to practice before we get started.
You want me to do this with you first?
What do you mean?
Like you and I'll do this first?
Oh, okay. Yeah, so just practice the chorus. So
okay.
I'm going to say boom diada, and then Mrs. RD and you guys will repeat boom diada. So let's do that again. Boom diada, boom diada, boom diada. So we're gonna do this every time you see the green and the chorus. And then at the very end, as we scroll down, we will all say boom diada 3 times together as the outro. What do you guys think? Can you handle this?
that last one is boom de.
Is it? Boom de yada, boom de yada, boom de yada, boom de. I don't know. I always said yada still.
I'll follow you.
Okay.
It's done differently.
Yours is the real deal. As I said, this was a commercial that I followed. I need to bring this closer to me. Minimize this. Do you want to project it on the screen, Mrs. RD? Can you do that?
Everybody's looking at what you're looking at.
Oh, okay, that's true. That's true.
I could put it on the screen.
They all have their computers. All right, I expect some microphones to turn on so I don't have to sing this all by myself, you guys. I love the mountains. I love the clear blue skies. I love big bridges. I love when gray whites fly. I love the whole world and all its sights and sounds. Boom de yada, 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 boom de yada. I love the oceans. I love all shiny things. I love to go fast. I love Egyptian kings. I love the whole world and all its craziness. Boom de yada, 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 boom de yada. I love tornadoes. I love arachnids. I love hot magma. I love the giant squids. I love the whole world. It's such a brilliant place. Boom de yada, boom de yada, boom de yada, boom de
Boom,
yada,
diada,
boom de
boom,
yada, boom
diada,
de
boom,
yada,
diada,
boom de
boom,
yada,
diada, boom, diada,
boom de yada, 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 boom.
Let's go.
Ah,
Let's 10
thank
minutes
you
more
guys
live.
for singing. All of your classmates in class got the real performance. Ah, that was fun. Let me put this. You can just put it right here. I heard some voices.
Some voices. That was amazing, Kimberly said.
Yay! I lost an earbud.
I love the part about tornadoes and arachnids, magma and giant squids.
Yeah.
That got me. Different words.
Yeah, the different words. Woo!
So
That
I'm
was
picking
fun.
up on a theme, Miss Morlock.
Did you?
I'm like totally picking up on a theme.
Aw.
What's going on here?
Yeah. So, oh, thank you, Kimberly. And thank you, Luella. Yeah, teacher and a singer. I'm just, yeah, doing it all. So students, as much as I loved playing for you guys, there was a reason why I did this today. Also to just kind of set the tone for quarter four. I want us to have a lot of fun. Yeah, you got to listen to my band, Jesse. I did this with a purpose, and I chose this song for a reason. So I'm going to stop sharing and pull up a whiteboard, and we're just going to kind of talk about what this song is about and brainstorm a little bit together. So I need a whiteboard. I've never used this before. Okay, can everyone see this okay?
Whiteboard.
Whiteboard, cool. So my question to you is this: what is a reoccurring theme that you noticed in that song with the lyrics? Where did my whiteboard go? There it is. Oh, I just made the chat really large. Okay. What was the reoccurring theme of that song? Why was I singing about? What are all the different things that I love? What do they all have in common? I'm going to make a list here. Robert says love and nature. Kimberly said love. Lily said nature. We'll just do, how about this? We'll just do one each. Nature. Oops, okay. Love and nature. What else? What do you, the person that I was personifying, the individual I was singing, what is my perception or attitudes towards nature, would you say? As the singer who's playing this character, what are my attitudes towards nature? Very good. Kayla said passionate. Mrs. RD said I like giant squids. Yes, I do. I love sea monsters. I think they're so fascinating. Lily said happy. Lily said positive. It is a delight to be in nature. Robert, are you saying that about yourself, or are you saying that about me, what my attitudes as the singer are about nature, about the lyrics? Yes. It is a delight to be in nature. Whoops, that's not how you spell delight. Mrs. RD said it's a terrific theme. I sure think so. Okay, so another question, and kind of going back to the Pear Deck activity we did at the beginning of class. I'm just curious to know, what do you think the value of nature is? Do you think it is something that we should be responsible for as individuals? Or do you think maybe that nature is here just to benefit us as human beings? What is the value of nature? I know. What is the value of nature? Do we have a responsibility to nature? Llewellyn says we have to take care of it. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Why would you say that? Ooh, very good. Kayla said the trees help us breathe. They sure do. Kimberly said something we should take care of and respect because nature is beneficial to us. How is nature beneficial to us? We've said that the trees help us breathe. How else? Respect. Let's make this bigger. Because nature is beneficial to us. Because we are the ones who damage it, says Llewellyn. Robert said nature maintains climate. Ooh, I like what you said, Kimberly. She said, gives us a new perspective on life. Can you elaborate a little bit more on what you mean? I think that is a really interesting idea. Nature gives us a new perspective in life. I'm curious to see what you mean, or if any other students agree with what Kimberly is saying or have something to add upon that. I'd love to hear that as well. Ooh, interesting. Robert said only if you lived surrounded by nature, in his opinion. Do you care to explain a little bit more?
Cause Because you could say like you're in nature, like you went camping and you're in nature.
Mm-hmm.
But you're in nature, but you're only going there for like a moment, and you're doing it for a reason, right? When you go camping, it's mostly like you're there to like space off or whatever. But to me, like unless you're living among nature, whether it's like you have a house, like in the middle of a forest or something, or like um, it's just a lot of like nature surrounding where you live, then I don't think, to me it's like then you're not really like, it's not much that you could do to that nature makes you have a whole different perspective.
Interesting. So you're saying unless we're constantly surrounded by it, it can't necessarily change our perspective. That when we go camping, it's going for a short time of like pleasure or enjoyment, but to really have that different perspective, we need to constantly be surrounded by it. Let's
Yeah,
go back in the, oh, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, but I just think that for the most part, and it's also just based off my experiences. I know, I get that it might be different for other people.
Yes, absolutely. It is different for everyone, very subjective, we would say. I'm going to scroll back up in the chat because I like that we have a lot of conversation going on. Kayla said, sometimes people go out into nature to clear their mind. And Brenda said, yes. And Valerie and Llewellyn all agreed. Would one of you guys like to elaborate a little bit more on that? Why does going out into nature clear your mind? What is happening? And Robert said he agrees with that. And Brenda said the fresh air helps us breathe and feel calm. Kimberly said nature is everywhere. However, it is easy to ignore it. That is an interesting idea, Kimberly, that kind of going in a different direction than what Robert was saying, that you have to be surrounded by nature, that nature is actually everywhere you look. When you go outside, you know, we have these beautiful palm trees and amazing sunsets. I know where I live down by the beach, we have parrots, which I think is just crazy. These exotic birds in the trees. We have flowers growing on the side of the highway. There's actually a lot of nature to be seen just in your neighborhoods if you're looking for it. Lily said brings peace, and Brenda agrees. Kimberly said mindfulness. Valerie said because it's calm and quiet, it feels like you can run away from things. You can also hear sounds you can't really hear in a noisy place, said Valerie. That is true. It's very soothing to hear birds or running water or just the wind. Mrs. RD shared that she loves going up in the mountains and to the lake. Just sitting on the lake shore is soothing to her soul. So I want to talk a little bit more about, that state of mindfulness or calm that happens when we're in nature. What does it mean, do you think, to like live presently in that moment? When someone says like to be present, living in the present moment, what do you think that means? Ooh, Kayla said sometimes just going outside to take a look at the stars can be calming. It is. Looking at the stars just makes me feel so humble that I'm just this little human on this giant planet in outer space. Brenda said, but that is only when it's calm and quiet outside, but when it's noisy, it's like there's no peace. I agree. When it's noisy, I feel like I can't think straight. Mrs. RD said it's a very different experience to see the stars from a mountaintop versus trying to see them in the city. How many of you guys have seen the stars really brightly somewhere outside, like outside of the city? Yeah? Mm-hmm. Any of you guys? No? About students in the chat, how many of you have seen really crystal clear stars, and where were you? Palomar? Maybe? Oh, I've been there. What is it called? Cowles. Cowles Mountain, where you do that like hike up.
Yeah, that's it. It's just a hard climb. Yeah, it's a really hard climb. Yeah. But then the view is right there.
It's so beautiful.
Exactly.
Students in class were talking about Cowles Mountain. I don't know if any of you guys have done that hike, but it's the most spectacular view of San Diego. So worth it. Juan said the stars look very beautiful at the beach. Oh, that's so lovely to be on the beach at night when you hear the ocean, you see the stars and the moon. The view was so great. Robert said that hike is super cool.
You have to really be prepared for it, though.
I brought my dog once and we had to stop so many times so I could give her water. I didn't realize how rigorous of a hike that is, especially when the sun is going down. It's so amazing that all of us can like share these experiences of how we feel in nature and how beautiful it is to be in nature and how it makes us feel calm, makes us feel present and mindful and at ease. And it's so interesting that we all can share that no matter like how different we are as individuals, and we come from different backgrounds and experiences, and yet we can all come together and rejoice in the shared experience that we have when we're outside. Kimberly said, we are constantly advancing into better technology, which takes us away from nature, its natural products. Both can be used to escape from reality, but one harms the other. That's really interesting. So the technology is now harming the nature, right, Kimberly? That we're creating all these wonderful gadgets, but where are they going to go? Like, there's no way to maybe reuse or recycle them, and maybe they're polluting the atmosphere or our waters. Robert said, even though I really like nature, I also like the city a lot. It's just like a jungle to me. It is too, the concrete jungle. I think it's fascinating that we have a city like New York City, which actually has this giant park in the middle of it, Central Park. So people have the best of both worlds. Brenda said, oh my gosh, yes, I agree with Kimberly. The technology, what takes us away from having activities or games we used to play when we were little. You want to say more about that? What do you mean specifically, Brenda?
Back then, when we were small, we'd be like, oh, let's play tag or Thompson and Robert or maybe we could think of marbles, and now we're all just like,
yeah. Brenda was saying in class that when we were children that you might go outside and play tag or capture the flag or anything that you play outside, ride your bikes, but now a little bit more focused on our phones or maybe video games as children. Robert said, I don't think technology itself hurts nature, but how much we use it and how much of it is made. So in a way, I mean, we have no way of regulating that though, do we, Robert? I mean, that's up to us as individuals, how we choose to spend our time. And maybe the way that we choose to spend our time is a reflection of our minds and our attitudes. Mrs. RD said that requires so much imagination and use of our brains. Technology makes our brains mushy. It sure does. Oh, me too, Brenda. I like it too. So if all of these ideas and thoughts that we have about Candy Crush, that one is fun. So would you say that being in nature makes you feel a little bit more like simply, a little bit not worry about so many things? Would you say it kind of minimizes all that stress and is simple, right? And it's kind of living simply when we're outside. We don't worry too much about what's going on in the technology realm, maybe in our lives. We have a way of escaping. I think it was Brenda who said it. It makes you kind of feel like you're running away.
And then on what you said about feeling like free to talk in here,
Mm-hmm.
I use a lot of Socratic seminar, a lot of circles. You know, that's one of the things that's been hard on me, especially in distance learning, is that this is a very active classroom. We don't just sit and I don't just lecture, and I pose essential questions and you guys get in groups, you know, and we talk, and we talk about things and share things. It's a lot of fun. So I'm glad that you're picking up on that, even in this bizarre situation. Yeah, speak freely.
Mm-hmm.
We learn from each other.
Absolutely. We have a conversation going on in the chat. So Kimberly said technology makes us impatient, which is true, because I was sitting here getting all frustrated that I couldn't get in the Pear Deck this morning, and I'm used to everything going fast now. So that's why I have to remind myself, I say out loud, this is a good opportunity to practice patience. Do the starfish breathing. The other day I was frustrated in the car, and I was doing my breathing activities, and my partner was like, what are you doing? Why are you breathing like that? It's like, I'm doing my breathing exercises, okay? It does help. So Robert says, without technology, we wouldn't understand certain aspects of nature. To which I asked him, what does he mean? Because I do want to hear, what does technology help us do with nature? How is it beneficial, actually?
Oh, I just meant like.
Okay, and I can't hear Robert, so I have to turn the speaker off because it was creating feedback. So you guys are.
Robert, I can't hear you. Can you start over?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Okay, I meant like natural processes, like we wouldn't understand like cells, nature, if it wasn't for technology, as an example. But then I wanted to touch on, because somebody said technology makes us impatient.
Mm.
I feel like, to me, because I've used to say that, but I started thinking about it a lot, and I feel like that's kind of like a cop out, because a phone in it of itself has a phone on its own, like has like, it's literally just a phone, like it's just something that you could use, but like what are you using it for, you know? And so like that's when you get into like people are using social media or the internet and everything,
Mm-hmm.
and those tools, if you that's what we want to call them, those tools rely on you using it more often. And so when you're used to that, to getting stuff fast, it's not because your phone made you impatient, it's because what you use in your phone is what's making you impatient. And one of the ways that I've like I've started doing, like, just tracking down um when it's like I feel like I've been on my phone too much. When I feel like I've been on my phone too much, I just stop using it and try and do something else. Um, I get how it could be hard because if you look into like how companies, especially like tech companies, try and like keep you on their app or their website, it's really like um they just want to keep you on there for the most because that's what benefits them, and obviously that's understandable because they're a business and they need to make money. But everybody's using those products or those services and those tools. So when everybody's using them, you get like the feeling that, oh, this technology is what's making me like this, when really it's what you're using the technology for and how you.
Thank you for sharing, Robert. I definitely agree with you that we need to take more responsibility for our own actions and not blame it on the thing of itself. And you're correct that those companies do try and grab our attention and keep us hooked in as much as they can because they are a business. But there's a documentary that's on. Oh,
No.
now I'm back.
Are you back?
Yeah. Well, technology didn't just make life easier right now. Thank you guys for coming back to class or staying here if you weren't booted like the rest of us were here at Hoover. I love where this discussion is going, and we're going to be talking so much more about this over the next coming weeks, especially about nature, our relationship to nature, our responsibility to nature, if nature has any value in our lives. Robert says humans are smartly lazy, in my opinion. Oh, yeah, it is true. So again, we'll be talking about nature, the individual. We'll be talking about nature versus society, kind of comparing and contrasting that in our relationship to people. And we'll talk a little bit more about this on Wednesday, and I'll really give you guys a clue of where we're headed in all this discussion. But I do want to say before I pass it over to Mrs. RD is I agree with Robert that we do have to hold ourselves accountable in what we consume in our lives, whether it's, social media, the internet, television, music, and that's all called self-regulation. And I think that's something that becomes easier when we keep doing these mindfulness practices, because you guys are really tapping into your own brains and being aware of yourself. And that's really powerful. So you don't blame your phone. You have the power. So great job today, everybody. We're off to an awesome start for quarter 4. I know that the last few minutes of class, we are going to just kind of talk about the schedule for the next few weeks. I know there's a lot of uncertainty, especially about these new Fridays. So Mrs. RD is going to share that with you.
Yeah, Miss RD can't get back into the meeting.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
That is weird. I can share
Why don't you go ahead?
my screen and you can just.
Well, I'm not in the meeting.
Oh, okay.
I'm not in the Zoom.
Or you can walk me through.
Let me talk you through it.
Okay.
Go ahead and go into Canvas, into our new Canvas that is American literature, and you're going to go into the calendar feature on the left-hand side.
Okay.
And let me catch up with you guys here. Okay.
On the left-hand side?
In the blue table of contents on the left-hand side where it says dashboard courses calendar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So choose the calendar from over there.
Oh, okay, I see.
Okay, and once you have the calendar open, and those of you in the classroom, you can kind of peek over my shoulder here to make sure you're in the same place. Then this calendar is for all of your courses. Okay, Justin, are you okay, sweetie? Okay, so this is for all of your courses. So on the right side where it says calendars, you want to make sure that you've clicked on AMLIT 2, and it should say quarter 4. Okay. And then what you're going to see is on starting today, the 12th, it says cohort 1, period 1 and 2. That's you guys that are here on campus. Okay. And for everybody, it's starting quarter 4, last quarter, yay! Yay! Everything from here on is heading towards summer, right? Although we do get a 4-day weekend. For cohort 1, for all of you, your second day is tomorrow, and so you'll be here for period 3 and period 4, okay? Then, office hours. Miss Morlock is going to start holding office hours for you guys, like Miss Vasquez did last semester, okay? And so that's on here on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's only on Zoom, okay? From 1:25 to 1:55, you would just click on the Zoom link in Canvas to participate in that, okay? Then cohort 2, anybody who's going to be on campus in the second cohort, you're here Wednesday for period 1, period 2, and Thursday for period 3, period 4. What I really want you to notice are your Fridays as you're going through the calendar. Remember, we said Fridays were going to be weird now. It's not going to be A day, B day. Instead, from 9 to 9:30 every Friday, you're required to check in with one of your specific classes, okay? So this Friday is the first one. You're going to check in with your period 1 class through Zoom, okay? So what are you got history classes, right? So you're going to check in with Mr. Hedcock or with Mr. Moore, and I didn't have to you have to read with them. But you're going to check in with that period 1 teacher through Zoom at home. Nobody will be on campus on Friday, okay? So from 9 to 9:30, you're just going to check in with your teacher. You're required to do it. It's not optional, okay? So I'm not quite sure what that's going to look like. You know, maybe you're going over homework, or I don't know what that's going to look like. The following Friday, next Friday, will be with period 3. And then the next Friday after that will be with us for period 2. And then the next Friday will be period 4. And then we'll start over again, 1, 3, 2, 4, until the end of the school year. Okay, so we've only got 8 weeks, you guys. No, technically 8.5 weeks, because the last 2 days of school are Monday and Tuesday. Okay, so just wanted to make sure that you know that you have a place to look to clarify where you got to be when. Okay, are there questions about the calendar? I'm not going to be able to see them.
They can ask you if they do.
Yeah. I can't see the chat though.
So Valerie said it's only like 30 minutes.
Yeah. But you're required, it is required class time. We do have, if you scroll forward to the end of May, we have a 4-day weekend. The 28th of May through the 31st of May. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you got a 4-day weekend. Okay. Let's see, what's the last day of school? Last day of school, June 15th. You guys hear the seniors are going to graduate at Petco Park?
Woohoo!
It's going to be so cool.
So Demetrius said, so I go Wednesday, correct?
What's that?
Demetrius will be here Wednesday.
Wednesday
Yes.
and Thursday. He'll be with us on Wednesday.
So Demetrius, you'll come to campus Wednesday and Thursday, but you'll be here in period 2 on Wednesday.
Yeah, so this is kind of strange. It's like we finally get to see you guys, but we won't see you in class again until next Monday.
Oh, that is bizarre.
Yeah. Yeah. So, because we get half the class at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So, the cohort 2 will be with us on Wednesday. Yeah, that's going to be
Any other questions? You can't hear me. Really? Did anyone else hear me? Oh, Demetra said he could. I could hear me over there. Okay. Great job today, everybody. I'm going to let you go a couple minutes early. I hope you have a terrific rest of your day. We have a lot to look forward to. Thank you for singing with me, and have a fabulous day. See you guys Wednesday. Bye.
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 Okay, yeah, here's the deal. Y'all gotta wait one more minute because it's physically here. Oh. So, feedback. How are you feeling? Good? Tired?
Yes, bye, Kimberly. See you Wednesday. Okay. Morelli, do you have any questions? Hello.
Yeah.